Hey everyone, this is Brandon the Beard, and welcome to another Dungeons & Dragons character build. Today we're building the monkey, the myth, the legend, Sun Wukong, the Monkey King from Journey to the West. Described as being the most powerful, non-omnipotent character in all of fiction. He can shapeshift, he can multiply, he's invulnerable to the elements and all sorts of bodily harm. He can jump across an entire country and fly to the edge of the universe just to use the facilities. It's like he was an overpowered anime character before the existence of anime. For stats, we're going to make Dexterity our chief stat, Wisdom after that. You're a nimble animal who's protecting a monk, and that same monk is teaching you how to be a good person. Next will be Constitution. You're a hardy guy thanks to all of that ascetic training. Charisma next, followed by Strength. Strength is on the low side, just we don't need it mechanics-wise. Finally, we'll dump Intelligence, partly because you don't need it, also because you did kind of screw around with every creature in heaven and on earth and in hell, so yeah, not too smart. Celestial Monkey is not a playable race in D&D, so we're going with a Bugbear. You get +2 Strength and +1 Dexterity, 60 feet of Dark Vision, and you're long-limbed, letting you make melee attacks at 10 feet instead of 5. You have a powerful build which counts you as one size larger when determining your capacity for carrying stuff and the weight you can push, drag, or lift. Being sneaky gives you proficiency in stealth, and the surprise attack adds 2d6 to the damage of an attack roll if you surprise your target and hit it on your first turn in combat. Finally, build your own background for Intimidation, Sleight of Hand, proficiency with Weaver's tools. You did kill a tiger, skin it, and then use it to make your own cloak. And take the Celestial language. We'll call this background Great Sage equal to Heaven. Our first level is going to be Monk. You get 2 skills from the Monk list. Go with Acrobatics and Religion. For starting equipment suggestions, I recommend getting an Explorer's Pack because you are known for traveling from China to India on foot. Seriously, people, read the book. It's only 100 chapters. And a Quarterstaff, because you'll never see the Monkey King fight with a sword. You get Unarmored Defense, which makes your AC 10, plus your Dexterity and Wisdom modifiers when you're not wearing armor. You're basically wearing a tiger pelt. I wouldn't even call that padded cloth. You also get Martial Arts, letting you make your unarmed strikes and monk weapons attacks deal 1d4 damage. This also means you can add your Dexterity modifier to your attack and damage rolls, and if you make an attack, you can make another unarmed strike as a bonus action. Monks at level 2 get Key Points, which can be used for a variety of techniques that can each be used on a bonus action. Flurry of Blows gives 2 unarmed strikes after an attack. Patient Defense lets you take the dodge action, and Step of the Wind doubles your jump distance for that turn and lets you dash or disengage. Since you're unarmored, you also get Unarmored Movement, increasing your speed by 10 feet while you don't have any armor on. Like your Key Points and your Martial Arts die, this will increase over time. 3rd level monks get Deflect Missiles. When someone hits you with a ranged weapon attack, use your reaction to reduce that damage by 1d10 plus your monk level and Dexterity modifier. If the damage drops to 0, and if the projectile is small enough to hold in one hand, you can throw it back with proficiency as a monk weapon. Also at level 3, you get to choose a monastic tradition. After struggling between 2 different traditions, I ended up going with the way of the Kensei. Kensei monks get to choose 2 Kensei weapons. Based on your starting equipment, go with the Quarterstaff and several darts. If you decide to pick up some martial weapons instead, they also become monk weapons for you, and you are proficient with them. Agile Parry lets you add 2 to your AC until the start of the next turn if you're holding a melee Kensei weapon and have made an unarmed strike. Kensei Shot lets you use a bonus action to add 1d4 to the damage of a ranged attack with a Kensei weapon for 1 turn. Finally, Kensei monks get Way of the Brush, making you proficient with calligrapher supplies or painter supplies. Feel free to choose either one. 4th level monks get Slow Fall, reducing damage from falling by an amount equal to 5 times your monk level. An added option from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything is Quickened Healing, to regain HP equal to a roll of your martial arts die as an action at the cost of 2 key points. You also get a feat or an ability score improvement. We're going to talk more about this at the end of the build. We're going to briefly dip our toes into some cleric levels here. First level clerics get 3 cantrips. Take Thaumaturgy, Toll the Dead, and Word of Radiance. For your first level spells, take Detect Magic and Inflict Wounds. At first level, clerics also get a Divine Domain. Trickery Domain clerics get the Blessing of the Trickster, where you use an action to give an ally advantage on stealth checks for 1 hour. As part of your domain, you get the spells Charm Person and Disguise Self. Second level clerics get the ability to channel divinity, and thanks to Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, we now have 3 different abilities we can use. Harness Divine Power lets you regain a spell slot of a level equal to or lower than half your proficiency bonus rounded up once per long rest. Turn Undead lets you turn undead away if they fail a wisdom saving throw. If turned, they have to run away from you and can only use their action to dodge or dash, depending on the situation. As a Trickery Cleric, we get Invoke Duplicity. You use an action to create an illusory copy of yourself for 1 minute, or when you lose concentration. The illusion appears within 30 feet of you, and can be moved up to 30 feet as a bonus action, assuming you can see its destination and it is within 120 feet of you. While your illusion can't attack, you can cast spells through it, and if you are both within 5 feet of a creature that you can see, and they can see the illusion, you have advantage on attack rolls. Third level Trickery Clerics get 2 more domain spells, Mirror Image and Pass Without Trace. For other spells, including some second level, take Detect Good and Evil, Spiritual Weapon, and Blindness/Deafness. Bouncing back over to Monk, 5th level monks get an extra attack, which lets you attack twice in the same turn. You also get Stunning Strike. Spend 1 key point when you hit with an attack to force a Constitution saving throw on your target. If they fail, they are stunned for 1 minute. Another addition from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything is Focused Aim. When you miss an attack roll, spend 1 to 3 key points to add 2 to that roll for each key point you spent, possibly making that miss a hit. Also, your martial arts die goes up to 1d6. Level 6 Kensei monks are now 1 with the blade, or in this case, 1 with the staff. Your attacks made with Kensei weapons are now magical. Another part of this is Deft Strikes. Once per turn, when you hit with a Kensei weapon, you can deal extra damage equal to the roll of a martial arts die. Your unarmored movement increases from 10 feet to 15 feet, and you get Key-Empowered Strikes, making your unarmed strikes magical as well. At level 7, monks get 2 more special abilities. Evasion lets you take half damage on a failed saving throw, and no damage on a success whenever you have to make a dexterity saving throw to relieve damage. Stillness of Mind allows you to use an action to end a charmed or frightened effect on yourself. 8th level monks get an ability score improvement or a feat. We're going to talk more about that later at the end of this video. 9th level monks get unarmored movement improvement, which you can now use your movement to go along vertical surfaces and across liquids without falling. 10th level monks get purity of body, which makes you immune to poison and disease. Also, your unarmored movement increases from 15 feet to 20 feet. 11th level Kensei monks get to sharpen the blade. Using up to 3 key points as a bonus action, you can grant a bonus to attack and damage rolls on a Kensei weapon equal to the key points used for 1 minute or until you use that ability again. Your martial arts die also bumps up to a D8, which means your unarmed strikes, your quarterstaff, and your darts now can each deal 1d8 of damage. 12th level monks get another ability score improvement, more on that later. At level 13, monks can understand all languages and be understood by speakers of any language thanks to Tongue of the Sun and Moon. 14th level monks get 5 more feet to their unarmored movement and achieve the Diamond Soul, giving proficiency in all saving throws. In addition, if you fail a saving throw, you can spend a key point to re-roll that save. 15th level monks get Timeless Body. Now you can truly show off that immortal physique, because you never suffer the effects of old age, you can't be aged magically, and while you still can die of old age, you also no longer need food or water. The 16th level of monk sees our last ability score improvement. Don't worry, we're almost near the end. We are going to discuss this. Our capstone for this build is the 17th level of monk. And not only does your martial arts die go up to 1d10, but as a Kensei monk, you also get unerring accuracy. Once per turn, you can reroll an attack roll made with a Kensei weapon if you miss. As per usual, we get 4 total opportunities for feat or an ability score improvement. You want to focus on scores, take your dexterity and wisdom and get them as high as you can. If you've capped them both off, or if at least you've capped one off and you're okay with the other one as it is, bump up Constitution. Higher HP is just as good as higher AC. For feats, I would recommend taking the Magic Initiate feat, focusing on Druid spells. Go with Shillelagh for your cantrip, and Druidcraft, and Jump. If you don't want to go with Magic Initiate, or if you want to just grab up more feats, take the Resilient feat or the Tough feat. Again, higher HP is sometimes just as good as higher AC. What did you think of this video? Should there be more trickery levels? Why didn't I make a straight Shadow Monk? Leave a comment below, like and share this video, and remember, all will be well. Just keep moving forward.